Hello, my friends. Allow me to share with you a short thought on this upcoming holiday of Sukkot. You know, there's a lot of times when we draw dichotomies in religious practice, and many of the commentaries draw dichotomies between Pesach and Sukkot, the two major regalim, the two major festivals where we make a pilgrimage for 7 days up to Yerushalayim. Pesach, on the one hand, represents the holiday of particularism, that is something that is enjoyed and celebratory about the uniqueness of the Jewish people, our unique history of bondage and of liberation and of becoming the people of the book. Sukkot, on the other hand, is often called the holiday of universalism. It represents not only a celebration of the Jewish people, but our interaction with the outside world, our protection and our care for the other nations of the world in our sacrificing of the 70 bullocks that we do over the holiday that represents the Shivim Umos Ha'olam, the 70 other nations of the world. Here's another interesting dichotomy. On Pesach, the mitzvahs that we do involve ingestion. That is, we take things that are a mitzvah and we put them inside our body. We eat the matzah, we eat the maror, etc. On Sukkot, instead of doing mitzvahs of ingestion, we do mitzvahs that surround us externally. We shake the lulav, we put ourselves in an environment of a sukkah. There's something to that, because in a holiday of universalism, the objective is to engage not with myself, that uniqueness that is within me as a Jew, but rather to engage the outside, that which is external to me, and that's why it's the idea of universalism. You know, it's interesting, there are two places that are called Sukkot, that are listed in the Torah even before the Jewish people are given the mitzvah of Sukkot. The first place is in Parshas Vayishlach, where it talks about Yaakov Avinu. V'Yaakov nasa Sukkosa. Yaakov Avinu traveled to the place called Sukkot. When does he do this? When is this documented? Immediately after his confrontation with his wicked brother Esav. The second place is in Parshas Bo, where the Torah says, Vayisu b'nei Yisrael meiram meseis Sukkosa. In Parshas Beshalach, the Jewish people travel from Ramses to a place called Sukkot. Now, what is the common link between those two things? Well, just as Yaakov had narrowly escaped injury in his confrontation with his brother Esav, he goes to a protective place called Sukkot. So too, when the Jewish people leave Egypt and leave the flight of the Egyptians who are coming after them, they immediately go to a place of Sukkot. It seems almost like it's a place of sanctuary, a place where after you've narrowly escaped injury, you go to a place called Sukkot. How does this link into the idea of universalism and engaging the outside? I think the answer is very simple. When we are called upon as the Jewish nation to engage the outside world, to recognize that there is a larger world outside of us which we should feel a sense of responsibility for, therein lies the inherent danger. Because the world is fraught with peril. The world is fraught with ideas and ideologies which are antithetical to Torah, which are antithetical to the very thing that gives us our purpose in being, which is the Torah. And yet it is that on that very time when we are called upon to go outside of our comfort zones and to engage with the rest of the world that we need the most protection from those external elements. And that's what the Sukkah represents. The Sukkah is God telling us, go outside, engage the outside world, spread the light of Torah to your fellow human being, whether it be a Jew or a non-Jew, but be a dugma, be an example of what it means to be a servant of God, to truly be created in the image of God. And in the course of doing that, you may confront foreign ideologies and ideas that may be threatening to your way of life, but understand that that's what the Sukkah is for. The Sukkah represents that place of sanctuary, that place of refuge, after you've narrowly escaped that dangerous confrontation. And what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is essentially telling us is, don't be scared, because everywhere you go, as long as your intention is L'Shem Shamayim, there will always be a Sukkah, a canopy of my peace and my protection that will always be over you. As long as you have yourself focused on serving God wherever you go, even if it means engaging someone in the four corners of the earth, There will always be a sukkah of peace and of sanctuary, protecting you, watching over you, and protecting you from the harmful elements within the outside society. So whereas Pesach is the indulgence in the specialness of our Judaism, Sukkot is the indulgence in engaging the outside world without fear, because we have the sukkah of protection over us. May this be our charge in the coming year, to go out to make a Kiddush Hashem to the rest of the world, to try and let the world know what it means to be a Jew and the special gift that the Jewish people provide to the world. Let us think about those 70 other nations of the world as we are doing our service of Hashem. And let us always take comfort in the fact that no matter where we go, the Sukkah of God will be watching over us. I wish you a Chag Sameach.